All right, hello there and welcome. This is 5 Round MMA. My name is Alex Ramirez, alongside Ms. Albert Cita and Guillermo Silva. We got a lot to talk about this week. UFC on Fox, UFC 173, 74. What number is it?
I thought it was 173, but
172, 173?
wait, the Jon Jones ones is 172.
172 coming up. Also got UFC Fight Night this past Wednesday. But I want to know, Guillermo, I know your voice is a little raspy right now. Is it because Clippers are down as it's recording?
Wow,
Down
I knew
1-0.
that. I knew that was
Warriors.
going to come
Is
up.
that why you're kind of like crying?
I did lose my voice a little bit more due to that game. I feel a little cheated on the officiating. I know it was negative on both sides, but because that messed up the rhythm of the game.
Because it was the refs that caused Chris Paul to miss those 2 free throws.
But the fact that we were still in the game after
but weren't the Clippers up like 12-1 at the beginning of the quarter?
Yeah, the beginning, but then...
And didn't Iguodala foul out in like 20 minutes?
Yeah.
It comes down to this, free throws, bro.
And then how did Steph Curry have 12 points? Come on.
Yeah,
Game 1 to the Warriors. He can't even take it anymore.
We still had a chance at the end. That's all that mattered.
All right, so as of this recording, Clippers are down 0-1. Who knows now if you're watching this show later on during the week. Could be sweep already.
Hopefully, Miami's down 1 after watching this show.
Pacers lost too, man. That's a sicking shit, isn't it, Pacers?
Well, I'm glad. I hope the Atlanta Hawks win that series, actually.
Yeah. Well,
it took away for some of the negative from the Clipper game.
This guy used to be like the biggest Pacer fan ever.
I was a Reggie Miller fan. Get that right, Albert.
All right. Anyways, all right. So let's start off today's show. Back to the MMA world. Play a little Mad Round. You guys ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So the premise of Mad Round is I have 5 random questions. Not random questions. I thought it was questions for Albert and Guillermo. They have no idea what I'm going to ask them, what I'm talking about. Sometimes these are related to MMA. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes I try to time it all together. So this is Mad Round. Let's see what this funny responses. As always, this first segment is brought to you by the Madhouse Clothing Line. So go shop themadhouse.com and follow them on Twitter at the Madhouse MMA. And while you're on Twitter, follow them, follow us, follow Redemption Martial Arts and _ MMA Against Bullying for your chance to win and wear a free
I think
t-shirt.
we're down to we need 25 more followers.
20 or something like that. So,
and
you get a free t-shirt.
Free t-shirt
Awesome
from the Madhouse
t-shirts.
MMA. Clothes for the fighter and fight fanatic. So you guys ready to play Mad Round?
Yeah.
All right, first question. Last week, as you all know, we are WWE Network fans, and Albert plugs the network all the time. So last week, the network, WWE Network, they made a new series titled Legends House.
Which I saw, of
which
course.
is a reality series where former WWE wrestlers and personalities like Roddy Piper, Mean Gene Okerlund, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and Mouth and South Jimmy Hart live together in a house, and there's the cameras roll.
It's pretty much the same premise that VH1 had with Celebrities House or something like that.
Surreal or something.
So, yeah, it's a real life or something
so
like that.
So let the cameras roll.
Yeah.
Have them sometimes do some weird events. But okay, so if the UFC had an event like this, the UFC's Legends House, who would you guys want living together?
Wait. Time out. Are we saying who we think are legends that should be in the house, or what we're saying what would make good TV?
Okay,
what would make good TV?
No, because honestly, I mean, do you really consider Hacksaw Jim Duggan a legend?
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
With that said,
So,
I understand this.
Okay,
game
so
now.
like who? Okay,
do they have to be retired?
well, no, UFC / MMA legends, personalities you like to see living in a house together.
I don't know what living legend's still fighting right now, bro.
Well, that's true too. But I mean, like I would want.
Who do you want to see living in a house
I would
together?
want to see maybe the Diaz brothers with Diego Sanchez.
Well, actually, that'd be interesting.
It's
But still,
fight.
no, that's not Legend
Silva
House.
and Chael Sonnen in the same
You
house.
just want to see a fight. That's all you want to see, right?
Well, no, it's gonna make good TV. I mean, just from watching the last what is it? The TUF Brazil.
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty entertaining, and it was only like 5 minutes long.
Yeah, true.
But, I mean, imagine Wanderlei trying to have a conversation with Chael Sonnen.
Trying to cook breakfast, whatever, right?
Yeah, trying to have breakfast.
What about
Probably
you?
the trolley get that pin handy because I'm gonna rack up some points right here. I would have because I'm actually gonna say legends. I would have my boy Mark Coleman.
Oh, that's a good name.
In the
Good
thing,
choice.
that guy's a hothead. He makes for good TV. I'll put the babyface assassin Josh Barnett because he pretty much is done. I don't know why we're joking around. Obviously, I would have to put Chuck Liddell just for people to really see who Chuck Liddell is.
Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't flush the toilet or what?
Yeah, I bet you he doesn't. I bet you he doesn't.
Afterwards?
And of course, you have to put Tito Ortiz,
Another good choice.
because you need the troublemaker in the thing. You got the hothead, the troublemaker. You got the mysterious cheap pop guy.
In the background, do they have NASCAR going on too?
I guess some of that had, I guess. What about some other
Wait.
names? How about some other names for you?
I still got one more.
Okay, go ahead.
And the last one I will put is the old announcer that UFC used to have. I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay.
But what's his name?
But
anyway,
right in front of you, bro.
I know. But anyways, he's supposed to be like this greatest martial artist guy, but like he didn't really know what he was talking about. But I would just like to put him.
It sounds like a lot of NASCAR and natural light going on in this.
I mean, there's a couple names out there. Royce Gracie.
I get a point for natural light.
Tank Abbott. Ken Shamrock, Liddell, Randy Couture, Tito Ortiz, Dan Severn, Chemo, all these guys maybe could live in the house together.
Chemo would be good because he's a Jesus freak, and that would add to like the tension in the house.
Yeah, so even though I doubt it'll happen, but it'd be interesting to see a bunch of MMA personalities get together.
You're giving good ideas to Dana White, though.
I know. Watch next week. The UFC Legends House premieres on UFC Fight Pass,
and then that's when I get it.
All right, so moving on to another MMA company. Bellator has done it again, giving the fans what they want. Last week, they announced that Tito Ortiz will make his Tito Ortiz and their middleweight champion Alexander Shlemenko will face off on their pay-per-view May 17th. Shlemenko called out Tito on a video post, and Bellator answered the question for him, putting the fight together. So, 2 questions: do you like this bout? And second question: what is the percentage you give of Tito actually participate in this bout and not point out last minute due to injury?
100%, because it's not Quentin Rampage. First of all,
okay.
Second of all, I think it's a good thing because it's money. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, they're trying to sell this first ever pay-per-view for Bellator. And I think Tito Ortiz is the name that people will buy. It's wolf tickets.
I think this is gonna be the easiest show I'm ever gonna win because Guillermo's 100% wrong. How are you gonna buy that? The guy fights at middleweight.
Yeah.
And they're fighting at 205.
Yeah.
How is that good? How's that good in any way? If Tito Ortiz wins, guess what? You just beat up a middleweight, right?
No, they're middleweight champion too.
Yeah, and they're middleweight champion. But still, though, at 205, the guy that never fights at that weight class.
For your point, I guess Bjorn Rimby actually called this fight a freak show. So yeah, it is a freak show. He said that the fact that Tito Ortiz is old and injured, and the fact that Shlemenko walks around at 220, and the fact that Shlemenko walks around 190, that it should be even. It should be even matchup because he's like, he's bigger than him, but he's older and he's like more hurt. So Shlemenko's
this is good for nothing. Tito Ortiz wins, you bury your champion.
Yeah.
If he wins, then Tito Ortiz looks like a joke because he just lost against a little middleweight.
Yeah, but this is where
then it doesn't matter because. Again, Guillermo was wrong. I give Tito Ortiz 5% that he'll show up on fight day.
Really?
He's gonna get injured, dude.
Wow.
Well, this is where Albert's a little bit ignorant because my accounting expertise or background is money is what makes the world go round, and if Tito Ortiz is on this card, money will come into the.
So you still think that Tito Ortiz is at least of a draw or something?
Yeah, people will watch Tito Ortiz whether they like it or not.
I wouldn't. He's selling out arenas. Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know.
A lot more than Czech Congo, I'll tell you that.
Good point. Well, I guess time will tell us, see if Ortiz does make it to May 17th. It's so close, but apart so far away from
it's only a month
fragile
away.
body, right?
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure he has an injury backed up to say something.
All right, so speaking of money, next question. According to the UFC president Dana White, the reasoning behind the third rescheduling for the Sonnen Silva
injury fight
was because undisclosed injury the two suffered during their brawl on the TUF Brazil show. White said Silva hurt his back when he was taken down and also hurt his hand when he threw a punch at Sonnen. And he also wanted to say that fight and that segment of the show was disgusting and not planned at all. To basically that the whole debacle was orchestrated. So Silva and Sonnen will now meet on July 5th at UFC 175. So 2 questions for you. Are you buying the reasoning for the postponement of their match for the third time? And second question, do you believe Dana White is really disgusted by that brawl happening on TV? Because they promoted it pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Go.
First of all,
cash money.
I honestly don't think it's staged because Wanderlei really seems to me that hot-headed and anything can set that guy off. And before I answer the second question, the only thing discussing was his Brazilian trainer that sucker punched Chael Sonnen back. These guys are 2 pro fighters. Why do you need another pro fighter to go and sucker punch a guy? I mean, that was disgusting. And I wish they would just try to separate rather than get in there and try to beat him up. And I don't think Dana White is all about the wolf tickets, man. Come on, if he really thought it was that disgusting, in all honesty, why would they not? Right? Yeah, and not only that, they showed it in every trailer. Matter of fact, there was
before the season started.
The season started, the only trailer that was out was a setup to that brawl.
Yeah,
that was it.
To me, there's no way that could have been orchestrated. I mean, I'm pretty sure someone was in Chael Sonnen's ear saying, "Hey, instigate him because he's hot-headed, Wanderlei Silva. But come on, Wanderlei Silva, you're telling me that was freaking... I mean, you can't reenact what Wanderlei Silva leading up to the...
Chael Sonnen is the champ of the mental game. You know, he always tries to get under the skin of no matter who he's fighting.
Yeah, but do you really
so
think...
I was laughing the whole time.
I think he was naturally just doing what he does, and everybody knows Wanderlei's a hothead.
My question is, like, do you think that the reason why Silva was hurt, why they moved it back instead of like taking advantage of this? Because this was supposed to be on a fight night for free.
No, I mean,
and it's not coincident that after that big old brawl happened, they move it to a pay-per-view, right? So I mean, it's like, and then we'll it's disgusting. No, it's all marketing. It's all about the promotion, right?
Yeah.
So.
Me and Ollie Troy saw that fight like 3 times.
Yeah.
How many punches did Wanderlei throw, Oliver?
Like
Exactly, none.
So. And then
he didn't land one, so I don't know how he hurt his hand.
I can understand hurting his back because there was like 20 Brazilians on top of Chael Sonnen.
Well, I mean, but like
all that weight.
That being the sole reason is kind of BS.
But he got,
I mean, come on,
he got up pretty good, and he was moving around.
But really quick, I agree with Albert. To me, the most disgusting thing was all these guys throwing punches at Chael Sonnen. I mean,
technically, it was just one guy, but I mean,
I saw a couple. 2 or 3.
I was like, seriously?
Different,
these guys are pro fight. I would understand if it was like, you know, some kind of like
a big brawl or something like that.
But all their job was just to separate them. I don't know why they're trying to throw sucker punches.
Yeah, but I mean, obviously this one has wolf tickets written all over.
Oh yeah,
Smell promotion.
As I was watching it, all I heard was
just from that takedown. I think Chael Sonnen has it.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, really.
That was a beautiful takedown.
All right, so moving on. Next question. This past Wednesday, Tim Kennedy handled and controlled Michael Bisping in their 5-round middleweight bout at UFC Fight Night TUF Nations finale. Kennedy walked away with the decision victory with impressive wins by Yoel Romero this past weekend. Luke Rockhold coming up. Obviously, Machida's always in the talks, and Belfort's always in the news. Are we overlooking Tim Kennedy in the middleweight division here?
I think just from the fight itself, I think Tim Kennedy was a little disappointed on his performance.
He broke his hand though first round.
I did see that he did break his hand after the fight. He said he broke his hand. So I mean, at the same time, I'm impressed by Tim Kennedy. I think he deserves to be now in the top 5 and competing for the middleweight championship. But at the same time, you know, I was expecting a little bit more. But then again, the broken hand played a little.
Such an easy show to win. Let me tell you something, Guillermo, because I'm actually an MMA fan. Okay, Tim Kennedy is being overlooked, and I'll tell you why. He lost. No, but watch. He didn't tell you a good reason.
Okay.
He got beat by Luke Rockhold twice in Strikeforce.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Luke Rockhold still hasn't established on the UFC, so technically, obviously, you're gonna overlook Tim Kennedy because the guy to look at is Luke Rockhold.
Well, he only has
already
one
beat
win
him
in the
twice,
UFC,
though. That's what I'm saying. That's why Tim Kennedy's getting lost. Because you still need Luke to see what Luke Rockhold really has.
This conversation was never about Luke Rockhold. So again,
because yes, it is because he beat Tim Kennedy twice.
So obviously Tim Kennedy injured now, but like, is he like what top 5? You think maybe?
I think so. I mean, especially gutting it out with the broken hand.
If not top 5, top 8.
Is Yoel Romero top 5, top 8?
I think he's in the conversation top 10.
Kind of old though, isn't he?
Yeah, and I was telling Albert the other day, I was like, Yoel Romero, if he's gonna go on a run, he has to go on a run now, and he has to win and win. One
loss can end his career, no matter how high the competition is, whatever. One loss ends it. This is literally his run, and I hope he fights one more big guy and then he gets a shot. Or maybe they'll have him wait.
Like 2 or 3 more.
In this division too, right?
Yeah, I think he needs 2 or 3.
No, let's say they do give him Jacare. You think a win over Jacare doesn't instantly put him up?
But I don't think Jacare will want to go down. I think he get Romero.
I think he can
Jacare
even
wants to go up to face.
That's a good point.
Chris Weidman.
I think he can even face Luke Rockhold.
So and if
he beats Luke Rockhold, that's still enough, I think, to give him the title.
Is this the Luke Rockhold show?
Hey, I like Luke Rockhold.
It's Tim Kennedy. We're talking about Tim Kennedy.
Well, Luke Rockhold is coming up in the next card, so we can talk about him a little bit later on.
Thank you.
So, last and final question. Vitor Belfort recently shared his distaste for the official UFC ranking systems. Belfort was recently dropped from number 2, I think, down to number 3 in the middleweight division.
He hasn't even fought.
Yeah, Belfort's graph was basically revolving around the fact that he hasn't competed yet. So if he hasn't competed, how could he drop? He can't drop. So he was complaining like, why isn't there should be an official official definite rules and system, like, okay, this is how the people regulate the movement of the rankings. So what I want to know is Belfort right to complain here? And do you guys disagree with the official UFC ranking systems? I mean, we've been debating for a while. I still have no idea how the criteria is met.
I think that's the problem. I think it should be more like the ESPN power rankings or Sports Illustrated on a weekly basis, where, you know, if they don't fight or, you know, they're idle, like let's say a team, they bring them down. But at the same time, for official rankings, that should, you know, just because they're idle doesn't mean they should go down.
Do you guys fully understand how?
No, and that's the problem. Is like, what is the criteria for them to move up or down? It's like, do they get punished for not fighting for like a long period of time?
Yeah.
Do they get punished for being injured?
Well, because remember for the longest time, Dominic Cruz was ranked number 1 in the
exactly,
bantamweight, right?
And he hasn't fought in 2 years. So I mean, like, what is the criteria?
The worst one I saw was I think they moved Anderson Silva down and Anthony Pettis up when they literally did not fight at all.
Yeah.
And they literally like were moving, and I don't know how Anthony Pettis went up.
When they both are injured, right?
Yeah, but I guess the way they do it is they get all the major media together, and I guess they vote.
They have like a selection of writers, I guess, and
or something like that.
I guess
yeah,
they just put their own top
but
list and
they must get a group of idiots, because I don't know how you can move guys that don't even fight up or down.
I hate to say it, but some articles out there
Yeah,
it looks like they're being written by idiots.
Before they would say that after every fight we'll update it, which made kind of sense, because after a fight, I can always see a guy that just fought move up or move down, but I don't know how. And like, there's a period where like Anderson Silva moves up, and there's like literally no fights going on.
I think you have to put weight on the previous fight that fighter had. You can't just automatically drop him down because he hasn't fought in 2 months. Yeah. It's like take back a look at his last fight and with the one that just fought, and then measure up against each other's performance.
Well, it sounds like I'm not a big college football fan, but it sounds like remember the BCS rankings were kind of like that, right? Well, it's like, you can be undefeated, but the fact that you didn't beat anybody in your conference,
you can still be ranked number like 50,
right? It's kind of like because we have teams who are undefeated aren't number 1.
I think we need to start getting the baseball writers over here. I mean, it seems like the Hall of Fame is baseball Hall of Fame is probably the best ones. Out of all of them.
There's a little snootiness in the Hall of Fame because some guys who had bad reputation. Well, I'm not going to vote him. He's like, I don't want to make him unanimous Hall of Famer yet. So other than that, it's kind of pretty decisive. Other than that, it's pretty.
No, I think if you take the formula for baseball to get into the Hall of Fame, if you take that formula and kind of incorporate it into other sports, I think you get not as much bias. Yeah, a little bit more concrete of how to.
I still don't know what the criteria is for. You win. Sometimes you win. You stay in the exact same spot you're at, right? Yeah. When the guy ahead of you loses, you stay in the exact same spot. I guess it's quality opponents. Exactly. I don't know what it is, but
just give us the formula.
Yeah, I think this is one thing we agree with Belfort on, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all right, that's it for Madaron. Hope all the tribe was keeping score. See who's gonna win later on.
I'm gonna win. I got a stat on Albert at the end of the show.
So coming up next, I want to talk about UFC on Fox. Werdum versus Browne. I want to ask Guillermo if he's actually worried for his boy Cain Velasquez now that Fabricio Werdum is no more contender. So save your answer for next. Okay.
Please visit 5roundmma.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. 5roundmma.com.
All right, welcome back. This past Saturday, UFC on Fox, 11 or 12, I don't know, but UFC on Fox, Browne versus Werdum, or Werdum versus Browne, whoever had top billing, took place.
It was 11.
11? Yeah, I don't think they do kill, whatever. But the main event saw Fabricio Werdum basically toy with Travis Browne the entire time, right?
Literally toy.
I think we were completely wrong on Travis Browne this whole time.
But word came out like right after his camp that he had a broken hand, a broken rib, and a broken bone in his foot or something like that. So, but I mean, like, as if it were those inflicted because of Fabricio Werdum, then you can't really discredit Fabricio Werdum, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, but obviously Browne looked very sluggish even in the beginning of the fight. So. But I want to go to Werdum's performance, who was basically kind of toying with Browne at the time. On a stand-up, he tried to him down a couple times, but no, I'm going to stand up with this guy. And he was like doing some Anderson Silva stuff, making faces at the guy. At one time, he think Browne threw a kick or a jab, and Fabricio just backed up and bowed right in front of Browne.
Yeah, wow. Like he like bowed down.
Took a bow down. So I want to ask you now that officially Werdum is now the number one contender, hands down, will face Cain Velasquez with his improved stand-up and his willingness to stand and bang with the guys with knockout power of Travis Browne. Are you scared as Cain Velasquez, number one fan in the whole wide world, Guillermo Cito, are you scared for Cain Velasquez going against Fabricio Werdum?
No.
No, not at all.
There's been only one person I've ever been scared of was Junior Dos Santos. We accomplished that mountain
twice.
We climbed over Mount Everest
twice.
Now there's only smaller mountains from here on out.
I mean, I see Werdum is a little faster than JDS. You think, right? He look a little more quicker.
Yeah, but
obviously his ground game is a lot more. Because we were just told about JDS's ground game. Oh, he hangs out with Nogueira guys. Yeah. He's good on the ground, never show it. But we know for a fact Werdum is dangerous on the ground. But now this proves stand up. You're not worried. Where's the fact going to go for Cain?
And then that's the other thing is he was talking with Travis Browne. Travis Browne was the one that looked gassed. Yeah. So now, vice versa. Now, Cain Velasquez will be the one pressuring him. Of course, that defeats all the heavyweights. If you guys seen, Cain Velasquez's number one strategy is an endurance. Can Cain Velasquez's endurance keep going on with Werdum, and can Werdum keep up to the pace of Cain Velasquez? That's the real question.
The long layoff, though.
And that's the long layoff. But now the word is that Cain Velasquez Werdum was going to take place in Mexico, so now we have a home field advantage as well. The energy pumping us up.
That
we get past the little butterflies the first 10 seconds.
The Aztec pyramid's going to line up together.
Si se puede, and it's before you know it, Werdum is on the floor, knocked out.
What do you think? Were you impressed by Verdum's performance last night? Saturday?
I was incredibly impressed. I mean, I was like stunned that this was happening.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it does not compare to what Cain Velasquez can do standing up. I still think he's way quicker. His technique is way better. Because keep in mind, Werdum was throwing some good punches, but was he throwing them in volume? Was he actually opening up, or was Travis Browne the one giving him the openings?
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
So all that into consideration, I still think Cain Velasquez is still better than Sam. The only thing that worries me is if Cain can't manage to control him on the ground, because obviously Verdum's ground game is like probably the best in heavyweight division.
But the thing is, when Cain Velasquez does go to the ground, he's a lot more active.
No,
So you gotta be careful with the elbows.
To me, that's
the
the only
punches.
real question. Because if it's standing up, I still think Cain Velasquez is going to tear him apart.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad too, but because with Verdum's performance, actually, it makes it more of a selling point, right?
Yeah.
He gave him a ton of highlights to do in the clip shows, so it won't be as one sided. It won't be like Brock versus Velasquez.
Even if he loses to Cain Velasquez, you still have a pretty good setup here now against Junior Dos Santos.
Yeah.
Because Werdum can now say that my stand up is better, and I can take him to the ground whenever I want.
Yeah.
You build up a better fight, and he does want that rubber match.
And then I think we're giving too much credit to Werdum because Travis Browne, I don't think he is that great. I think
he was on a hot roll, right?
Yeah, he was on a hot roll. He should have lost the fight to Alistair Overeem, in my opinion. It's just Alistair Overeem got a little cocky, got a little worn out towards the end. He got caught by that front leg kick by Travis Browne. I think Travis Browne should have already had a loss.
I mean, people forget too. He had a draw with Czech Congo.
Exactly.
And
Bigfoot Silva beat him.
The victim of circumstances, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
So I also
Good circumstances.
I'm gonna drop down to the co-main event where
Cupcake.
Take won. I guess it was a hard fought battle, right?
I wouldn't say it
was
was-
kind of a weird fight, right?
Sometimes it was just pretty much Cupcake.
But what does this win, other than like keeping her kind of relevant? What does it do for Miesha Tate? This win. I mean, she's not getting a title fight, right? She's already lost twice.
Nothing, but you can still put her to sell out shows and give credibility to the women's division.
But didn't really help her
Exactly.
standings, right?
I mean, to me, Miesha Tate has improved every fight I've seen her. So I mean, like even going against Ronda Rousey, I think she showed the biggest
I
improvement.
mean, she went all the way up to the 5th round.
Exactly.
And then you gotta remember, Miesha Tate got a new coach now.
Was that her boyfriend, Caroline?
No.
He's still in the background, isn't he?
Yeah, he's in the background,
up on
but
his girl.
she has a new head coach.
We all know who she's listening to. Come on, she can say she's a new coach. But
a new striking coach. So
at the end of the day, they're in the bed together. Hey, baby, maybe we should do that. Listen to my game plan. Come on now. So I think until she dumps her boyfriend, or at least go away, just go to the stands. She'll be all right.
This could be the difference she needed, because she did go all 5 rounds with Ronda Rousey, and I mean, all we needed to see was a little more cleaner strike. She has a different striking coach, a better head coach. And I've always said this, I think Miesha Tate's always gonna have a job, just because she's like the anti-hero to Ronda Rousey.
Not the anti-hero, the hero, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So she's the hero.
I think Ronda Rousey becoming the
villain. And I think everybody. I mean, Chuck Liddell needed his Tito Ortiz. No matter how many times Tito Ortiz lost, whatever. It was always a big matchup. There was always high numbers when they fought. Same thing. Every single time Miesha Tate's gonna meet.
So like Ronda needs Miesha Tate in the back.
Yeah, I think Ronda Rousey needs Miesha Tate more than Miesha Tate needs Ronda Rousey.
Really?
Yep.
Well, you think because Rousey's been so dominant,
I can
she
see
needs
that.
challengers, right?
Yeah, but when she faces Miesha Tate, that's when you see posters everywhere. You see
he has a point,
trailers
because worst case
everywhere. You see
scenario-
But it's not gonna happen again though. She lost twice already.
But if she wins one more time,
But she's improved every time she's
but
fought
like
Ronda
she's
Rousey.
improving beating girls like Liz
It's not like
Carmouche.
Cain Velasquez and Junior Dos Santos where it's been one-sided. Yeah, you see Ronda Rousey won the first fight a little bit easier.
Yeah.
The second fight, Ronda Rousey struggled and caught it late.
Yeah, see?
What
So
if
the
now
progress is there.
the
Well, I
table
guess
has turned?
if they're gonna give Frank Yeager to BJ Penn 3 times,
Yeah,
no
why
reason-
not? Why not, right?
True. So Cowboy.
Cowboy, Stunner,
Cowboy, your
Stunner.
boy Cowboy, right?
He literally
My boy
busted the
Stunner.
Stunner.
Impressive win. I think everybody had Edson Barboza. Winning,
First
right?
of all,
didn't.
I didn't want to believe it, because all I heard before his fight was, he has his new game plan. He's going to try to take him down. And I was like, dude, why is he going to do that?
Yeah.
And then sure enough, he tries to take him down, and what happens? He starts getting beat up. He's not getting it, and it's looking like he's gonna lose that fight. And finally, he does what got him to the dance in the first place, and work on his stand up. And look what happened.
Yeah,
That's why I don't understand that. I mean, I understand you have to have all the utilities in your belt,
yeah.
right? And you gotta use them when you have to use them. But if your bread and butter is striking, hey, why don't you try? Are you not confident enough in your striking? Knock his ass out.
Yeah, but is it just me or does Edson Barboza have a really glass chin? Because that was like wasn't a walk away jab.
Dude, it was like
boom.
a jab. Yeah, he was just
I
a
think
quick jab
was
and
walking
boom.
away and then clean
Dude,
on
it was
the
clean,
chin,
dude. That guy
fell
was
down,
gone,
took his
yeah.
back, rear naked choke, done.
But it's funny because I almost feel like I don't know if Don Cerrone probably thought like, really, that's all I had to do. I'm here worrying about the takedown. All I had to do was give him a jab.
Yeah, and that was it. I took him all these hard punches for that. But Cerrone's back. I guess in the title mix, maybe.
Well,
not yet.
This is a trend. Remember,
He lost to Henderson.
He gets a couple
already.
wins and he gets a loss, a couple wins. So
I mean,
I don't know,
he
it's
has the
hard.
same syndrome as Michael Bisping.
not that bad. You think?
No,
Yeah, he can be
no.
great fighters, but he can never be.
No, I think
he can be good fighters, but he can't be great
He can't
fighters.
take that next step.
Exactly, that's the Michael Bisping syndrome. Not that I'm saying Michael Bisping.
but and then real quick, my boy Yoel Romero.
Oh,
If
nice.
you remember, he was one of my guys that I chose for the year 2014.
Was he? I wasn't paying
Yeah.
attention. Did you pay attention?
No.
You guys should pay attention when I say.
But was it? So is he now done with the bottom half of the division? I mean, Brad Tavares was like it was kind of like two guys.
Well, Brad
beating in the middle.
Tavares had a huge win. I mean, he beat our boy. What's his name? Lawrence Larkin.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a huge win. I think if he would have beat Yoel Romero, I think he was going to be considered top 5.
What, Romero? You beat Brad Tavares. Is he now 6, 7, 8?
Yeah, I think so.
5, 6,
Well,
7?
I think he needs to start fighting 6, 7, 8
Yeah.
guys
No, yeah.
in the middleweight.
I think and the way, not only that, the way Yoel Romero beat him. I mean, like, dude, he tossed him around like a rag doll.
The thing is with Yoel Romero is that the middleweight division is very top heavy.
Yeah.
So
The
Well, we just talked about Tim Kenny, Luke
Exactly.
Rockhold,
the fight of the night, and for me was he was measuring him.
Yeah.
And even though he was clearly measuring, and even Brad Tavares was like, okay, so he rushed in, and like Yoel was like, dude, what do you want me to do? Like I was clearly measuring. I know exactly what's gonna when I need to strike.
Yeah.
And he threw an elbow, and that's when he cut him. But I just thought it was funny that the guy's measuring you, and yeah, you help him out
go in.
on the measurement.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, poor Sugarfoot, right? Ray Sefo couldn't do all he could.
yeah.
Couldn't get Brad Tavares out there. But also, Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Kahib, Nomad,
What, 23-0, If you listen to the commentary, Mike Goldberg and Joe Rogan, you would think this guy was a cyborg
dude.
or something.
Yeah, no, seriously.
The way they're talking
Joe
him
Is
up.
he
Rogan.
the champion?
Like you would think, right? But awesome fighter, right? Well deserved, but I thought just a little over the top.
I thought when they were
with,
gonna cut to Joe Rogan and go out, I thought I was gonna see them both wearing the little hair piece that he
Yeah.
wears or something, because they're like super fans out there. They look like marks out there.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
a perfect word.
Yeah.
But well deserved, but a little over the top. But
Yeah.
bring it-
Oh, Khabib.
a little subtlety would have been good.
Khabib is smoggling so
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Khabib, look at how he holds him.
Basically,
Khabib,
yeah.
Look how he grabbed his
But
wrist.
again, well deserved. Khabib, I think, should fight. I think almost one fight away from the title,
That's what
right?
he did.
And you even got Steven's attention.
What are you talking about? But I think he should fight he should put Benson Henderson.
Oh, yeah.
TJ Grant.
He should definitely fight
Those guys,
the top
he's
3.
he's in that level right now.
Give him Diaz.
If
That's
Diaz
a-
wants to
Really?
fight.
Yes, give
Really?
him
We're
Diaz.
over here talking about top 3, and you say give him Diaz.
Give him
Really?
Diaz.
Josh Thompson, if he gets healthy, maybe.
Thank you, yeah.
Gilbert
Give him
Melendez,
Diaz.
all
I
those
think
guys.
Josh Thompson will be the perfect one as long as it lines up. I think
Yeah.
Josh Thompson will be the perfect matchup, actually.
So,
Diaz to me.
I mean, that's it, right? That's what we're talking about. My
Yeah.
card.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't want to talk about anything
The
else.
Thiago Alves came back.
Yeah,
for 2
yeah,
years.
2 years. He won.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so coming up, I want to talk about UFC Jones versus Teixeira. Actually,
Other, also known as UFC 172.
172. I always say the numbers. Even though Jones has Teixeira coming up this weekend, he's still
And I got a bone to pick about this card.
He's still talking about Gustafsson and cannot get Gustafsson out of his mouth, man. His head game's already. So we'll see if that might hurt him or actually help him. So stick around, guys.
Please visit 5roundmma.com on our social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. 5roundmma.com.
All right, welcome back. Now this Saturday is UFC 170. Albert 172 Jones versus Gustafsson. I want to see Gustafsson, but it's Jones versus Glover Teixeira.
It should be Jon Jones versus Azar Gustafsson. So
Yeah.
you are
So
correct.
question off the bat is they're promoting it.
Wait,
as,
can I pick? I just got something
Okay.
to say before we move
Okay.
on, because I don't want to get lost in the shuffle here.
Okay, go.
Joseph Benavidez is in the prelims.
Why, bro? He got knocked out.
Yeah, bro, come on.
Dude, but how you again?
Devastating knockout.
I've been saying it till I turn blue. How you gonna promote the flyweights if you don't put them up there, man? Like, are you trying to say you don't take this division seriously?
Well,
every single time the women's fight, their co-main event, you can't put the flyweights up there, man.
To your point, they actually just announced that Mighty Mouse will headline his first pay-per-view against the Russian guys.
Are they finally?
Yeah. So there you go.
But you still have to build it up, man. You can't just be putting the championship fights up there. Come on.
Mighty Mouse will headline his future
well,
pay-per-view.
Dude, Joseph Benavidez
Jim Miller is in the pay-per-view, and when was the last time he won?
It's Jim Miller.
Come on.
I know.
Max Holloway, come on, get out of here.
I think you like Max Holloway.
I do, but they belong in the prelims, not in the main event.
Grant,
he's just a little fan.
What grinds his gears?
He's a mark on Joseph Benavidez.
The whole Alpha Male
yeah, the
So
whole Alpha Male crew.
So what?
So a question off the bat, they're promoting this fight, Jones versus Teixeira, as Jon Jones' most dangerous opponent to date. Do you agree, Cameron?
Knockout power, yes.
Yes?
Yes. Glover Teixeira can knock out Jon Jones. I don't think he's ever faced someone that can one punch knockout.
But has Glover Teixeira shown his knockout power recently?
No, but Glover Teixeira.
Well, he knocked out Ryan Bader.
Yeah, but Glover Teixeira supposedly has the power to knock out Jon Jones. Yeah. So that's what Jon Jones has to be careful with.
So this
I have not seen.
If I'm the bill, okay, according to from what I'm hearing, from what my interpretation of the promotion is, we've built the perfect fighter for Jon Jones, and his name is Glover Teixeira.
No, incorrect. Because
that's
I had not seen any other skill set
Look,
for Glover Teixeira.
So how can I get close if my reach is this long?
Yeah, exactly.
Back up.
I'm gonna keep it 100% real. Jon Jones is the better fighter, but Gustafsson has that heavy hand that can end the fight. That's the thing. That's the reality.
Mean, right?
Yeah, Teixeira. Yeah. But I do want to point out one thing because people forget how confident Rashad Evans was going into their fight. Right?
Yeah.
I think Rashad Evans knows that Jon Jones has the glass chin. And I bet you anything, he's like, dude, I rock this fool inspiring all the time. The only problem is he can't throw elbows during practice, and he can't, I'm pretty sure he doesn't go 100%.
Yeah.
So he didn't know he was going to be able to keep the distance and throw those hard elbows. So I know for a fact that Glover lands his hands on his chin, it's going to be over. But it's all come down to his distance.
So, but we're basically pegging Teixeira as just one tool player, right?
Yeah, that's exactly how I'm pegging him.
He's been built up as 20 wins in a row. So diverse. Nobody wants to fight him.
But that's my point.
Where's this dangerous fighter at?
Who has Glover Teixeira really faced? I told you only Ryan Bader is in the top 10 that he's faced.
But that's not his fault, though.
But you still, Alex is saying, you can't build credibility that he's the most dangerous fighter that Jon Jones has faced when he hasn't faced.
I mean, he beat Quentin Rapid Jackson.
I know, but I know that he's probably good, but for me, it sounds like Teixeira is the best fighter in practice ever, right?
Yeah.
We see guys, he's tearing up in practice. Look at his jiu-jitsu on the ground or in practice, but then when it comes to the octagon,
I haven't seen his jiu-jitsu
well, keep in mind too, Jon Jones is the one that asked for his fight because he was running away from Alexander Gustafsson.
He wasn't running away from anything.
Speaking of Alexander,
what makes me mad? Wait, that too before because he did say he was like. I don't know why Alexander Gustafsson's still talking about me.
Yeah.
That fight's or whatever. All right, first of all, when a guy leaves in a stretcher, usually you're like, I don't think he clearly won that fight.
Yeah.
If I got in a fight with somebody and that guy had to be taken out in a stretcher and I can walk out, I think I won that fight. Regardless of what anybody else said, I'm like, dude, he came out on the stretcher. Shut up.
Well, I mean, obviously, people, even though
but he makes it seem like, dude, I clearly beat you. I won easily. This and I'm like, dude, you left in the stretcher. Shut up.
Yeah.
What
you
are you talking about?
Kind of funny though that even though Jones is fighting Teixeira this Saturday, have you heard any exchanges between Glover and
I heard nothing about Gustafsson
Jones, your boy Phil Davis.
I was about to say,
Jones.
man, stop discrediting Phil Davis. Phil Davis needs the next title shot.
Everybody's going after Jones except Teixeira. You think maybe Teixeira's in the background, let all these guys talk, and then all of a sudden, boom, I'm going to come knock out Jones. Because recently, I think a couple days ago, Alexander said something about Jones about having no heart, and then Jones took super offense to that. Said, "How could a guy who lost talking so much? I showed more heart in our fight than he did. He needs to go back, humble himself, training to come back and do what he's got to do." So even days up to the fight with Teixeira, he's still talking about Gustafsson. So it's kind of you think maybe
I want to see the odds on this fight on Jon Jones and
I hope so too. Before I can go bet on Teixeira.
So even you think maybe Jon Jones thinks he has Teixeira completely covered in game plan. So he can focus on these other guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, the reach is going to play a factor. No matter what,
Yeah.
the reach will play a factor in this Glover Teixeira versus Jon Jones fight, and it didn't play a factor in the Gustafsson.
To tell you the honest truth, the thing that was, it won't surprise me if Jon Jones can win, finish, or decision. That's not surprising. It won't be surprising to me if Glover Teixeira knocks him out and he wins. But what would be surprising if Glover Teixeira 100% dominates him. Like, he takes him down, throws him around, punches him. He moves around. If that happens, to me, that's the most shocking thing in this fight.
Also, your boy Phil Davis, Anthony Johnson on this card as well.
Wow, dude, they're trying to bury this fool.
Luke Rockhold against Tim Bosch. I say it's a really stark card.
I really hope Phil-
stacked card, right?
I shouldn't say full because Phil Davis ain't no fool.
What's his name?
Anthony Johnson?
Anthony Rumble Johnson. I hope he knocks him out.
Well,
Really bad.
if you watch Saturday,
if you watch the trailer,
the return
dude,
of Anthony
the
Johnson.
trailer is so disrespectful. I mean, it shows Jon Jones go to share, and then it says, and now Anthony Rumble
The
Johnson,
return of, he's bumping his chest, knocking people out,
and then it says versus Phil Davis, and he hits like one little small clip. Like you don't even see what happens in the clip. You just kind of see Phil Davis there.
Knocks him out.
Yeah. So
no respect to Rumble Johnson. I'm a big Phil Davis fan.
Yeah, I think it should be an interesting fight, right? I think a win for both guys. Put
Well,
right
yeah,
to the
put
top.
him right there.
Yeah.
But also Luke Rocco against Tim Bosch, right? Tim Bosch, Caveman, yeah, Tim Bosch,
that's
Barbarian,
Albert's
Tim Bosch, Tim Bosch.
Yeah, I think hold on.
Tim Bosch.
Yeah, Tim Bosch.
Yeah, so Luke Rockhold, I mean, win over Costa Philippine and a potential win over Tim Bosch. Will that put him in the top?
No. But that will put him against a matchup against Yoel Romero.
This guy, maybe. Imagine. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, that was it
No?
for
That's
that
it.
card.
So, but before we get into the top rated star, just really quick, negative points for Albert. He watches Portlandia, dude. I watched it the other day. It was probably the worst show I've ever seen in my life.
Portland, are you like a
Really?
Are you a 20?
Really? We're gonna do this right now.
Are you
We're
a-
gonna do this right now, guys.
I wasn't aware you were a 20-something hipster girl, bro.
Look,
Portlandia?
all right. We all
Where's your
have.
glasses at?
Listen. We all have that guilty pleasure. You don't see me with Portlandia shirts, all right? I'm not trying to promote it. You don't see me saying it every show. Check out Portlandia IFC channel.
You're just
But
saying it right now, Portlandia.
I
wasn't aware
I don't go.
you're a hipster female.
All I'm saying is everyone likes their little guilty pleasure. I watch you on Netflix. We have an account. He's under Guillermo. I don't know why he's clicking on the Albert one. That's not you, bro. Don't be looking at my history post.
And no wonder he's starting to like cats. Dude.
You like cats too?
My
How many pair of eyeglasses you have?
My fiance has a cat. What do you want me to do?
Oliver,
Get
you
rid of
can
the
give him
cat?
the top rated star, dude.
She wants a cat. What do you want me to do, bro?
Before Gamma passes out, you can't breathe.
Quit looking at my history on Netflix, man.
That's
Dang, is anything private in this
Word of
world
the
anymore?
wise. Word of the wise. Don't share it. Netflix accounts, right?
Apparently not, man. Stay away from my Amazon Prime too.
All the trolling. Most important question of the day: who is today's top rated star of the show? I get him all right.
I told you I would win with that.
Really?
As always, the top rated star is brought to you by top rated MMA makers of 100% American made MMA apparel. Go shop to topratedmma.com and follow them on Twitter at topratedmma. And also make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 5roundmma. Like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on iTunes, YouTube, and Podomatic for all of our Android friendly fans out there. And always check out 5roundmma.com, the first place you can see the web show. And also, I would do us a big favor. Check out OvertimeNation.com to read our articles, commentaries, and editorials on MMA and also the whole sports spectrum. So, OvertimeNation.com, your one-stop site for all your sports needs, NFL to pro wrestling. Overtime Nation will retalk sports, and follow them on Twitter at _Nation. Oh, they're also looking for writers as well. So you can go on the website.
You writers out there.
Email
and any sport.
email
will
the
do.
head editor Dan, and he'll hook you up with getting your writing out there.
Even
Also-
if you follow a little curling, whatever it is.
Yeah, actually, there's great articles now on independent wrestling scene. So great stuff for OvertimeNation.com. Also, want a big, huge thank you to Redemption Martial Arts. The RMA Foundation is a nonprofit organization committed to the anti-bullying awareness. Visit their website www.redemptionmartialarts.com and see how you can join the movement to stop bullying. Follow them on Twitter at redemption_MA. Rise up against bullying. That's it, right?
Yep. I'd like to thank executive
Are you
producer
mad at him or what?
Yeah,
You don't want to say thank you? You mad at him?
I'd like to thank executive producer, and also let everyone out there, the privacy should be, taken into consideration.
Netflix tastes or...
Thank our engineer, Ollie the Trolley, sound engineer, Steven Razo with Razo Records.
Watching.
If you don't have Diddy Network, you should. Legends House was pretty funny. I liked it.
If you don't watch Portlandia, you should.
I know.
Thanks everybody for
New
listening.
Girl.
Cream of the crop.
I don't like New Girl.